How's it going, YouTube? I'm your incredible host, Steamtown Gamer, and welcome to Catherine. Or rather, should I say, the original Catherine, as the new game was released yesterday, and I am very much looking forward to playing that. But before I do, I'm going to replay the original, mostly because I want to immerse myself back into the Catherine universe, the world that they've created. And on top of that, I love this game. I've played it multiple times, I've finished it multiple times and gotten multiple endings to the game, and I loved every second of it. And on top of that, the new Catherine game that's out, it's not a port, it's not really a remake. They have added a new character to the game, or rather a new Catherine. That's right, 3 Catherines, not the 2 here, 3, which has changed the actual storyline and changed the gameplay of it. And to how much so, I don't know yet, because I am sort of purging myself. I'm not looking at other people's gameplay. I want to discover all this for myself, and I am so excited for it too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the game, and then after I actually take control of, our little Vincent here, who that is the main character, by the way, I'm going to explain why and also how this is all happening to, young Vincent. So let's just go ahead, and I'm going to pick up the controller. I'm going to turn it off because I have been recording for so long. New game. It'll have to be a new game because there is no easy. Yes, easy. It's been a while since I've played this game, so yeah, I'm going to go on easy.
Enjoy the strange tale of Catherine.
So there's so many spoilers I want to tell you. I'm not going to do it just yet. The world, all in the world's a stage, and all men and women are merely players. Shakespeare, as you like it.
When the night sky fills with glamour, a lovely story awaits you. Good evening. Welcome to the Golden Playhouse. Your guide for the night is me, the Midnight Venus, Trisha. Have you heard about this scary rumor? They say if you fall in a dream and don't wake up before you land, you die in real life. Tonight's story is Catherine, an unconventional romantic horror. A man with a certain curse has a terrifying week. Our hero in this story is Vincent Brooks, age 32. He's an earnest and kind man. But one day, we begin to see him have terrifying nightmares. On top of that, a torrent of sweet seduction swoops down upon him. What a playboy, huh? Will he be able to overcome all the blocks in his life? His outcome, depends on you, viewers. Sorry to keep you waiting. Raise the curtains. Now enjoy the show until we meet again.
Okay, here we go. Now, she talked about a nightmare. I'm going to explain as much of this as I can very soon.
Hey, where'd you go? Snap out of it! Were you even listening?
Sure.
You've been a little out of it lately. Is everything all right? You've been spacing out left and right.
Oh, sorry. I had to work early this morning.
So Vincent is 32 years old, and he has sort of stalled in some extent. I mean, he's still with his high school girlfriend. They haven't really, but he hasn't taken things any further. She's just been his girlfriend since high school, really, and has not moved on since. He hasn't proposed any concept of getting married or settling down, and she is starting to get tired. I mean, you can even tell all these things that I missed, like the first many times I played this, is that, you know, Vincent, he's at a very nice restaurant, but he's not wearing a shirt. He's wearing a nice jacket and sort of covering an out of place shirt, meaning that he just sort of flew it together. He threw whatever was laying around on and then walked out the door and met his girlfriend at a restaurant, who he isn't even, you know, living with her yet. This is like all the symmetry and symbolism and things like that in this game that really add it together. So you can play the game just to play the game because it's a massive puzzle solving adventure, or you can actually sit down and really study the game. Either way, you're going to have a lot of fun. Yes, I know the battery's going low.
The hell is this place? What?
Now I'm going to start climbing, and I'm going to explain what is actually happening. Or maybe I have to. I'll make it to the checkpoint, and I'll really explain as to what's going on. Okay. But essentially, I think. Oh, my controller's gone flat. Okay, that's why. Just give me 1 second here, folks. Just 1 more second. Actually, I'm just going to turn it off here. Okay, guys, all sorted. Hurry up and climb.
Who are you? Where is this place?
Just going to turn it up a smidge so I can hear it.
Save your breath and start climbing. If you fall, you're dead.
Now you can see on the left of the screen, you'll see the tower. That's just how much I have to climb. And there's also this little black part at the bottom. That means that the tower is sort of disintegrating below me. So there is a time element to this.
I'll die. You fucking serious?
The bottom of the stage is falling. Use the directional button.
Okay. I messed that up. I colossally messed that up.
Move the blocks to make a path. You can climb 1 block at a time, right?
How am I supposed to move these things?
Press the cross button while holding the block. Use also on easy difficulty. You can undo your last move. Use it.
Oh, so that's the difference between easy or hard. They don't make the towers any different. They're all the same, but it just changes one element, and that is it removes something that you could have. So in easy, we have the undo function. Now the pillows are lives. Now you you have to collect these in order to. Nope.
Finding and picking up a mystic pillow will grant you an additional continue. If you see one, make an effort to get it.
So if you run out of lives, you die. And I don't mean you die, I mean you have to start the entire game all over again. And this is quite a long game too.
Push blocks around without thinking about it. They'll collapse, and you can put yourself into an impossible situation.
Collapse?
Moving blocks around carelessly can make things more difficult for you. First, try pulling a block to make some footing.
All right, I got
So there are physics to this game essentially. So grab it, pull it out, then I can hang and then do that.
Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it.
This is very important, so make sure you remember what I'm going to tell you.
What is it?
These blocks aren't normal. They'll lock into place and support your weight, even if they're only touching by their edges.
What's that supposed to mean, they connect at the edges?
Even if a block has nothing directly under it, as long as it's touching an
Basically
edge,
what it's doing
the
there,
edges glow bluish white when making a connection.
so Vincent, essentially, he's going to have this dream every single night, but in the morning he's going to forget that he has this dream. It's just going to be recurring, and if he dies, of course, in the dream,
Doesn't make any sense. How is it not falling? I mean, what about
Don't think about it. Just use it to your advantage. Just get used to it.
Quickly making...
okay, yeah.
Where is this?
As you near the top, you will hear a bell.
Anyway, if we both make it out of here alive, we'll meet again.
Hey, wait a second. Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it.
Yeah, he'll have this dream every single night, but he won't remember it the next day. But every time he has the dream, he'll remember that he forgot. So it's like, okay, remember Vincent, remember, and he never does the next day. And then, of course, he goes to sleep the following night, and this all happens again.
Oh, shit.
You survive. Now, every night there should be like 2 or 3 checkpoints. I should have gone straight through the door. I would have received more bonuses.
Congratulations on a perfect climb of the underground cemetery.
Now, I should have reached a checkpoint, but I don't remember if the first night has one. Damn it, it doesn't. I wanted to explain what is actually going on. I suppose I could do it here. Space tours, only 80 grand.
Terrible dream. Hello? Yeah. I'll be in today's code review meeting. Really? No, I'm just a little under the weather. No, it's okay. I'll be right there. Yeah. Sorry.
So that was actually really fun. So when I actually get a second to myself, essentially, I'm going to explain why and, of course, how this is all happening.
So are you getting anything extra for this?
For what?
For all this overtime you're doing?
Oh, not this time.
This time, do you usually get overtime pay?
Well, no, but...
So you don't get anything. Here, 2 sugars.
Hey, Catherine. Have you ever had a dream where you died?
You mean like where you're in danger?
No, where you actually die. You're being killed or something.
No, I usually do the killing in my dreams.
Why has he not married her yet? Come on, man.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, how many years have we been together?
Huh? How many years?
I'm asking you. It's just, my mother's been calling me up and asking how we're doing.
Oh.
She's worried about me. She knows I've got a career that keeps me busy, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to keep things like they are now, but...
I don't know. Sometimes easy's best, right? I mean, who knows what'll happen in the future?
I suppose.
That's someone who didn't make it.
And in other news, we have more on the recent string of unexplained deaths that seem to be exclusively involving young men. The cause of death is unknown, and while police are investigating accidental causes, foul play has apparently not been.
Hey, change it! The match is on!
Oh, 2 beers over here.
Coming!
Catherine keeps telling me how her mother is constantly calling her. She says she's not worried about it,
Feather's
though.
totally gonna take it, right, Vinny?
And what do you think?
So, who are you betting on? Come on, pick one.
You kidding? Women's wrestling? What I know.
This game is 10 years old.
to me
Wow.
Like she finally wants you to tie the knot.
That is much older than I thought it was.
You think so too?
And it looks so good too.
I've known you since we were kids, but wow, you married, huh?
Hey, nothing's set in stone yet.
What, you don't want to marry your girlfriend?
It's not that. I love her, but I don't think we need to run out and get married. You know, it's like we're comfortable where we are.
Are you?
Yeah, that's what she said. Her job's always most important to her. I mean, you know she's always been the ambitious type, right?
It doesn't mean she'll always be like that.
That's not what I mean. Besides, you're single too.
Hey, I'm still looking for my soulmate. I'm not like you. I've already told my girl that I'm not interested in marrying her.
What if you never meet your soulmate?
Then I'll never get married. So what?
That sounds just like you, Chief.
Anyway, did you hear about Paul? He's dead.
Paul. Wait. That Paul? He's dead?
Yeah, I heard he just got divorced, but he looked healthy. It's a complete shock.
What happened to him? An accident?
I don't know. Apparently his mother just found him dead in his room this morning.
This morning? Wait, you mean...
Yeah, the mystery death on the news. That was him.
Holy shit, no way!
Maybe we'll all wind up dead tomorrow too.
Shut the hell up.
Man, I hate the news. They're always trying to push their agenda for ratings.
Toby, you are really easy to mess with.
Well, speaking of crazy stuff, this morning, I pissed the bed for the first time since grade school.
What? Oh, that's messed up, man.
I had a really scary dream. I don't remember what it was about.
Oh, man. How old are you?
32.
I know that.
You know, I don't think I need to hear this.
Shut up. I was really fucking scared, alright?
I'm actually looking up figurines
Stick around.
online.
I don't want to go home just yet.
So, why don't you have Catherine meet you here?
And there are Catherine figurines.
Besides, she'd get mad at me if I told her.
Ah, jeez. What does she see in this poor fool? Sorry, but I gotta be in early tomorrow. Don't drink too much, okay?
All right, take care, Vince. See you later.
But they are not cheap. They're going for like $200 each. Ouch. That's more than the game. Anyway. So that guy, Paul, they knew him and he died because he was having the same dreams too. And they're all interlocked. I mean, there is this part in the game where it's a
You can check your text messages and save.
There's a part in the game where there's a checkpoint where people who are experiencing the dreams can talk to each other.
You can reply to some messages. Be sure to read them when they come.
Not only can they talk to each other, they can, interact with each other. They can communicate. They can, they recognize each other as well, even though they all look like sheep, and they think they themselves look normal, but they look like sheep, and vice versa. I'll cover that shortly. Let's see, Catherine. Like I said before, I'm having dinner with some old friends. It was surprising. Most of them are already married. Oh, that is bloody passive-aggressive, if there anything there was. Oh, maybe it's time for us to get out of our comfort zone too. Reply. So the game has multiple endings. In fact, 7 to be precise. And it all depends on this sort of meter which is about to show up. It's a simple gauge. Wherever the needle is pointing, that's the alternate. When the game finishes, that is the alternate ending you're going to get. So, does it bother you?
No.
You're overthinking it?
Nah.
Sorry, I can't think right now. Does it bother you? Enter. I'll worry about it sometimes too. We should work at our own pace.
Nah.
Is this some kind of test? I'm going to be a good boy. Maybe we should talk about this? We don't need to be constantly comparing ourselves to others. Maybe we should talk about this. Those are the only 2. Good night.
Nah.
Drive home safe, okay? Good night. Drive home safe is better. Send. See, that is the meter. So depending on where that needle is, determines what ending you're going to get, good or bad. It might not be far enough. Now, you really want to focus on getting the needle further to one side or the other. You don't want to go for the medium, because that means a sort of medium ending, both good and bad. Even the bad ending is good, and the good ending is good, but the middle ones are kind of boring. Replying to your text message when I confirm button, line added to your reply, cancel. Okay, you actually also get junk messages as well.
When certain words and actions change, Vincent's words and actions will affect the story.
It doesn't really affect the story that much. It's minuscule at best, which is what I want to compare it to the
Marriage, huh? I figured this would happen eventually, but just change jobs. I don't give her trouble.
This is why I want to compare it to the new game that's out now. Congratulations, Midnight Venus. Okay, fantastic news. Congratulations, you have successfully completed stage 1, the underground cemetery. Go to rewards from your cell phone menu to check your best score on stage 1. Image. There's an image on here. Yeah! Just one pick. I was hoping for a better pick, but okay. So Vincent can get up, he can walk around, he can communicate with others.
Parents out of the blue?
Oh, come on.
You got mail.
Wait a second. Catherine, are you out drinking at the Stray Sheep again? You know you have to work tomorrow. Jeez, take it easy, okay? Reply. Guilty as charged. No, I'm not there. You don't own me. Guilty as charged. I'll make sure I don't drink enough to get a hangover. I'll be okay. I'm sticking to Cuba Libres. I guess that's the more responsible one. Take care of yourself. Good night, Catherine. Take care of yourself. That was still better. So right now I've got a sort of very basic ending if I were to finish the game now, which is impossible. Cuba Libres.
I don't know. I just don't feel like going home today. It's late.
You're about to go to the next scene without saving. Are you sure you want to continue?
Yes. So everyone is like joined together having these recurring nightmares, and if you die or fall off the tower, you die in real life, and that is, you know, it's incredible. And when I actually get, you know, to this checkpoint, which is in the I believe to be in stage 2, I'm going to explain why and how this is all happening.
Hi, excuse me. Mind if I sit here?
Hello. Okay, he should have his nightmare now. Yep, he's okay. He's asleep now. I really want to explain as to what is going on with that Catherine, that new Catherine that we've just met. FYI, that's a bit of a spoiler, but I'm not going to yet. A bit later I will, but it's something supernatural with her. She's not just some regular woman. Haha, yeah. So that is stage by stage. So right now we're in like the love fest, and as it goes on, we're going to enter pretty intense stages. They're going to look completely messed up. We're talking violence like that, basically.
Last night's dream? Again? The hell? I was at the bar and this girl came in and then... Damn, I can't remember. What's going on?
Okay, so now I'll climb. Obviously you want to get ahead, you want to climb the tower as fast as possible. And there's no time limit as well. People are getting thrown in at random times. So this guy who's actually talking to Vincent, he's been here a number of times already and has worked with other people and is trying to help as many people as he can.
Listen, watch out for the cracked blocks. They'll break after you step on them.
Really?
There are several types of blocks, such as cracked blocks and heavy blocks. Whenever you see a new block, proceed with it.
Yeah, there are ice ones, there are cracked ones. So there's a cracked one there. If we could do this, pull that out. Zoom. So it's a cracked block, so the longer you stand on it, it will eventually break.
You know you can hang from blocks, right? It's a really useful technique.
If there's nothing to stand on when you pull a block out, if you try to move to a space without a block, you'll hang as well. From there, you can move around.
Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it.
I'm not going to worry about that treasure. Oh, actually I need to get there. Okay.
If you can't see ahead of you, try looking around.
So when we hear the bell...
Use the right stick to look. If you're
Yeah, okay, I know how to look around. I've been doing it. Yeah, when we hear the bell, that means we're getting close.
Alright, I got it.
You can also push rows of blocks all at once, too.
rows of blocks can be put. There's no limit to how many blocks you can move at one time.
So I could push this entire like thing of blocks.
Alright, I got it.
When you touch a checkpoint, you will start from there if you need to retry.
So essentially, if I die, I can go back to here.
Be sure to tag
I got it.
And instead of actually, when we make it to the door, we won't actually,
I got it.
You've come pretty far. Good. I'll see you at the landing. Everybody else is there too.
Who's ever?
the landings, yep, that's the landing he's talking about.
Alright, I got it. Alright.
I made it! Here I go.
Lol, I did it! I'm a hero. Come on.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Another gold. But as the game progresses, it's going to be much harder to maintain a sort of gold status. Trust me. Right now it is easy as pie. Even easier than pie. It's easy as chicken wings.
Looks like you survived.
Who are you? A sheep?
Do I look like a sheep? You're the sheep. Everybody here's a sheep but me.
Recognize that voice? Who are you? Where the hell is this place?
Wish I knew. One thing's for certain, though. If we don't run, we're going to be killed.
Killed?
If you see this place once, it's all over. You'll keep coming back every night.
Every night? You're kidding me.
We all have the same fate here. If you don't want to die, you've got to climb.
So if I climb, I'll be saved?
There's no guarantee. But take a look at that. See that bell? It's like a church or something.
A church?
If we can reach the top, there may be a way to escape.
So there is a way out.
Like I said, there's no guarantee. But we've got to believe. It keeps us sane. Those who panic die first.
Quit with all the dying stuff. I'll do whatever you say. Just help me.
Look, from here on out, I'm afraid you're on your own. I'm going now.
No, wait.
You hurry too.
Hey! You can't be serious.
Okay, so essentially all these sheep here are actually the other people.
And go on, talk.
These are other people who are just like Vincent. They think they look human, or they look to themselves they look human, and everyone else looks like a sheep. And they, like Vincent, recognized the sheep who was talking to him to some extent. Why do you sound familiar? Because he has met him probably a couple of times, but has no way of recognizing him. And that's really it. So the tower just keeps going up higher and higher and higher, and that's the only thing that people can do. They can just keep climbing. And eventually, as the game progresses, looks like this guy's given up.
Everyone dies eventually. Dying sooner at least saves you some pain, right?
Oh, that's depressing. So we'll actually, know some of these sheep. We'll recognize them. Hey, that's Frank, that's David, or whatever. But as we progress up the tower, we're going to see less and less of them. Your favorite sheep are going to start to disappear one by one. Like we've got these sheep over here who are like wearing their clothes. Those are the two sheep that were at the bar right before we left. They're right there, and they've been coming here every night, having the same nightwear, and every day they forget. And that is one of the fascinating aspects of this game. Also, another thing as well. So I said that I would explain what is going on. So, brace yourself. So here is why and how this is happening. So every year the realm of the gods, or at least the gods themselves, they get a little bored and they want to have a little fun with the humans. So they stage this competition. Essentially, the last person who won the last contest 100 years ago gets to decide the new challenge. He organizes the contestants and he organizes the actual game itself. And the winner of that competition gets to be the next decider to some extent, which means that he will be given at least 100 years extra on top of his life, and basically just sort of sticks around until he can decide the new one. So that is what's happening again. Things are now repeating. This game came out in 2009, so this guy was, in his mid 30s in 1809. Oh no, sorry, 1909. That's just when he was around. So this whole thing is repeating himself. So, and what's really going on is that no, I know that I'm explaining this horribly, but I'm going to try my best. The bartender is the one who is doing this. He is picking out men who aren't really faithful enough to their girlfriends, and that he's singling them out and making them do this based on an arcade machine in his actual bar that he owns. He's making them do these quests. That's how he's selecting them, and that is the premise of this actual nightmare. It is in fact based on another video game, an arcade style video game in his bar, and essentially that is what's going on. So if Vincent wins, he gets some kind of wish, and on top of that he will receive a extra 100 years on his life. So in 2109, Vincent will have to pick out the next game and the next contenders. It could be males or females, or I don't think it'd be children, and he would have to restart this whole process all over again. That is the premise of the game itself.
Damn it! I'm gonna survive, even if it means kicking off others. If you get in my way, I'll kick you off too.
So here's a prime example as to some other sheep. There are going to be other sheep climbing the tower as well, and they can get in your way, and on top of that they can pull out blocks and sort of undo some of the stuff you're doing. So it just adds an additional factor to the game, and that's showing that how some sheep are losing it. They're becoming violent and will actually try to kick you off the tower. Especially later on in the game, you really start to see some really mean, bad sheep.
If you don't run, you'll die. I've gotta keep running. I can't die here.
We'll team up to find a way out of here.
I don't know you. I can't trust you. No, I'm not going with anyone. I've had it with people trying to trick me.
Scary.
I don't want to.
Just calm down. Are you saying that to try to bring my guard down?
I'm not falling for that. Everyone's just out to save themselves. Some asshole pushed me too. Next time, I'm gonna start shoving or I'll die.
So this is showing that these people have been around a bit longer than Vincent, and their minds are just cracking under the sheer pressure of what's going on, the sheer stress. They can't handle it anymore, and they are now beginning to panic, and they are now becoming violent.
Where am I? What's with all these?
That's all I want to know. Can you tell me anything?
They told me to go up. But what's up there?
So this guy is even newer than Vincent.
What is this place? Why was I taken here?
Same here. Wish I knew.
What are those cages? Why are there sheep in them? I've had it. Get me out of here.
I don't know what's the deal with the sheep in the cages. I really don't know. Are they there for decorative, or are they actually people who got captured? Because essentially when you climb the tower on the final level, when you're actually on the level that means that you get out of this nightmare, you are being chased by some monster in your mind, something that your brain has created. So the last time it was his girlfriend, you know, with the fork and the fingernails. Next time it might be his new girlfriend. It might be a baby.
This will be useful. You want me to teach you the technique I found?
Hell yes.
Let's do it.
All right. Remember, this is my technique.
Allow me to explain the pyramid.
Okay.
Pull out the same number of blocks as the number of steps you mean to climb up. You'll have the support you need to reach higher and...
What do you think?
I think that might be tough by itself. Consider using this one too.
Allow me to explain the slider. Pull out 2 blocks vertically, then slide the bottom one over. Remember this basic action, which utilizes the... Since edges connect.
Oh, you're a... How was that? Bet you didn't know.
Well...
Anyway, what I want to say is this. If you're relying on luck to keep you alive, it's all over.
I know. My reporter's instincts are telling me this dangerous form of free climbing has some techniques hidden within it.
There are many techniques to discover. I guess the key is to find as many as we can.
All right, if you find anything, tell me, okay? That's an order.
And that is end it. We can't talk to those one in the background. So when we want to proceed to the next level, we have to go into the confession booth. And the guy next to us, he is...
Is there someone in there? I can't see through that window.
There is someone in there. I didn't really look at it.
Is there someone in there? I can't see through that window.
Yeah, there's someone in there. And he is essentially an organizer. He is working with the bartender, the last human who won this challenge 100 years ago, to construct it. He's working from this bartender's mind, and he's sort of supporting it. He is the announcer, if you will, to this entertaining event.
Welcome to the confessional. It seems a new lamb has appeared.
Who are you?
This is the world of nightmare. You are the lambs who have been chosen.
What? Are you ridiculous?
But before I kill you, I want to determine your life's worth. So, I'll have you answer my question.
Damn it, what is this?
Question 1. Is marriage the point where life begins or ends? Pull the rope with the answer that best matches your true feelings.
So you could just, pick between. In my opinion, it begins because I want to find the right woman. It really all depends on the right person you find.
Oh, so that's surprising.
Hey, who are you? Are you doing all this?
No, I merely watch over the sheep. Someone else dropped you here. Someone in the real world wanted you to be dropped here and wanted you to die. It's someone you know. If you want the truth, you'll have to survive. But since you seek survival, I will take you to the next trial.
Damn it, what is going on?
So that guy will sort of tell us exactly what's going on. That how the actual game is. Oh, I see now. So the main doors there, they're the ones that mean you get to leave. So then the smaller ones in between are the sort of checkpoints. So we have to make it to the next checkpoint, and then we get to make it to that door, which means that we get to wake up from this nightmare, and you will stay there until you actually make it through that door. It means that you'd probably run out of food and water if you attempt to stay on the platform. So I guess the best thing to do is immediately head towards the next stage, if you're actually doing this properly. Oh, that's right, you can get online quotes. It begins. Age 20 to 40, men only, were asked. It begins or it ends. To be honest, when I first played that game, I honestly suggested it ends. So we'll make it through this area. This will take us to the second checkpoint, to which we can talk around. And I'm pretty sure there's a store. Yeah, there is a store. That's what we get the money for.
Are you ready?
That's the reason we collect this money, is because there's a store and we can buy specialty items.
How the fuck am I supposed to get the hang of this?
Look, there's a sheep in the background, and he's obviously been climbing the tower, and he has effed up, and he cannot get anywhere else. He's stuck, and you can see sheep falling down in the background, they're ones who have climbed up the tower as well, and at the same time have fallen off, so they are dead in the real world.
Hey, don't run up ahead! Help me!
Sorry, man, but I'm not going to die helping you. I've got to climb too. Oh yeah, as you climb, you'll run into strange items.
So he's got to help him, us, but he's at the same time he's going to help himself. It's like, yeah, I've given you as much information as I can. Try to climb.
Strange items? I don't know what you're talking about.
You can pick up items by touching them. Remember, you can only hold one at a time. Press the square button to use it.
You probably can't hold many, but you should hang on to one, just in case.
All right, I got it. I'll take this. All right.
Create a block, so I can literally just make a block out of thin air.
About those coins.
Yeah, what are these?
I don't really know, but the amount you get depends on how fast you climb. If you're looking to collect a lot of them, keep that in mind.
Your score is measured in unique points. As you climb up each new step, more coins will be added to your score. Use these coins to purchase items on the landings between stages. Your score is also used as a condition for unlocking additional game features.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing pictures and artwork and things like
The
that.
faster you climb, the more bonus coin. If you want more coins, climb faster and aim for up.
See, he was in my way. He slowed me down. They just told me about how I need to move fast, and then that sheep got in my way. So that is a good example as to how the game is actually going to work.
Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. If you're crushed by a falling block, you're dead.
Are you serious?
If you are crushed by a block, watch out for wobbling blocks.
So essentially, if I push this block out of the way, this block above me will fall, and I'll be crushed and I'll die. See, I have got 19 retries.
It's gonna start getting fierce.
You mean the other guys climbing with me? They're in my way!
They're all trying to climb, like you. This is a dog-eat-dog world. There's no time for courtesy. Anyway, no matter what pops up,
Two creatures cannot stand on a block at the same time. Sometimes, sheep will get in your way as they try and climb to the top. To move a sheep out of your way, move up against him and shove him.
All right, I got it.
I'm going to try that move, see? Thank you.
I see you're still alive and kicking.
How is this place? How high does this damn thing go?
I don't know. I wish I did.
The map on the left side of the screen shows you how far you are from your goal. Stages vary in length, so be mindful of your
Right, I got it. Right, I got it. Time to use this. All right.
Undo. Undo.
Yeah, I messed that up.
Time to use this. All right, I got it. I made it! Here I go.
When you hit undo, it also uses up some of your coinage as well, so you want to watch out for that. I don't know if I'll get the gold for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope I do. Yeah, it looks like I do, because it looked silver, and then as the thing went up, it turned to gold. Yep.
You survived. Impressive.
So that should take me to the next, I'm sorry, to the next actual stage, the checkpoint or platform. That's it, the next platform where I can talk and even buy new items as well. And then the next one is the door. But the one with the door, I'll be facing a monster.
It's you. Looks like you're still alive.
Is that you? You're safe too.
Barely. Still. How many people died trying to come here? Listen. Here, you see everybody else as sheep. But all these sheep, they're really human. There's got to be some reason why we were all brought here.
What reason could there be? Why do we have to suffer like this?
Who knows? But I do have an idea.
An idea?
Let's stop the speculation. It's just going to confuse us more. You should think of what to do next. I'm hearing rumors of something big coming soon. You be careful now.
Something big?
Still, you're really getting the hang of things. There's nothing more I can teach you.
Can't be true. Come on, you gotta have something you can tell me.
If we're lucky, we'll meet again.
Hey, wait! Right.
Yeah, something big, because that is the door to wake up.
You can learn techniques to help you climb. Crawling around blindly won't help you escape. There is valuable information to be found.
This valuable information will be crucial as the game progresses. Right now we've been basically basic bitches, but as we get up, it's going to get significantly harder. I've not saved the game at all since I've started playing, so I've got to watch out. Oh, 52 minutes. Ouch.
I found this out just now. Yo, have we met? You survived because of the techniques I found.
Tell me something.
Let me show you another great technique.
Allow me to explain suspending. This technique gives you more room to maneuver. Push a block off a ledge with as long as the edges connect.
How's that? I'm a regular blockologist, huh?
That's a good start.
Allow me to explain pullback. If you climb up and find yourself stuck by creating a stairway...
You knew that?
What?
Anyway, what I'm getting at is, this kind of stuff I know. I can't just rely on my natural reporter's instinct. It's the truth.
So when it's in pink, he's giving you a
Learn as many of them as possible.
information about him.
If you find any new moves, you come straight to me. This is coming from the executive manager.
Executive manager, reporter. You know, they're all indications or clues as to who and what they are in real life. That big fluffy dude there, he's he's making money from this. He is selling stuff.
Oh, you're new here, am I right? Let me ask. Do you have any coins? You may have seen them lying around. I'll trade you useful items for them. I'm a numismatist. I love money. There's nothing in life money can't buy. I've got a plaque with that on it in my office. No matter what world you're in, as long as you've got money, these gold coins are symbols, symbolizing money. And if that's the case, then I can save myself if I have enough of it. That's my theory.
Oh, so you don't know...
So he thinks he can buy his way out of this.
You can buy items with... If you are already carrying an item, it will be replaced if you buy a new one.
You can only hold one item at a time.
It's more difficult to earn the gold prize.
However, buying items makes it more difficult to earn golden prizes because it takes away points if you're using your
If you want an item,
items.
Tonight's product is...
The white cube creates a block in front of you.
So he'll actually have either one item, sometimes he'll even have a couple to choose from. I've got more than enough cash.
Just in case.
Now let's go around and let's talk to these people. You know, let's get to know these sheep. Or these sheeple. This guy freaking out on the bench.
Oh, sheep fall past me on my way up. I can't get that scream out of my head.
All you'll hear is your own death scream. You can stay here. Even this place will fall
I do? Please.
Just gotta climb. Learn some
Techniques? Like what? Oh, come on, teach me. Anything.
maybe.
Allow me to explain the tornado. If blocks are stacked all over the place, move them aside. Then make a staircase and...
Whoa! Is that how you climb? Wow! You're amazing!
Hey there, bud. How's it going? Freedom up.
Monster! It's fuzzy and fluffy at the same time, and it's coming right at me!
Snap out of it. There's nothing like that in.
The monster talks. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck!
Huh?
Okay, so he thinks I'm the monster.
Hey, didn't you shove me just a few minutes ago? How dare you? You're just some sheep! I'll shove you next time!
Hey, I heard that all the sheep here are actually people.
Newsflash! Fuck you! I need to make sure...
No.
It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's about life and death. Yeah? What good is having pity going to do you in here?
Good point. So that is what is actually happening. I mean, that was the sheep that was in our way climbing the tower. We met up with him again, and that stuff like that is going to happen.
Hey, are you the same as me? Were you put down here by some trick? Why were we chosen? Do you know anything? Come on. How can I survive?
I don't know anything either. Listen, if you want to live, you climb. That's all you can.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta stay calm.
So, bit of useless, actually, a bit of crucial information. The bartender has this thing about a woman's, reproduction cycle to some extent. He is obsessed with, like, a man shouldn't waste a woman's time and her life, essentially. He should be committed to her at all times, at all, 24/7. He should be like, okay, let's get married, let's have kids, all that sort of garb. So any man who's like has commitment issues or is not doing what he's supposed to be doing right with his girl, he ends up here, and that is why poor Vincent is. He hasn't said anything or done anything with his girl. He hasn't been married. He hasn't married her, even though they're like childhood sweethearts.
Hey.
I told you,
Dick.
You're here, Lost Lamb. You'll be answering another of my questions.
I've had enough of this.
A man's worth can't be measured by a single question.
This is the second question. Where do you feel the most calm? In a dark, quiet room? Or a bright and noisy room?
I guess I feel more calm in a quiet room.
So, I see. I'll answer your question this time, little Lost Lamb. This entire place is an immense sanctuary. There are 8 floors.
Technically 9.
At night, and only the 2nd floor.
Wait. Does that mean there's an end to this? If I can get to the end, I don't have to die?
Don't get your hopes up. You'll never be able to reach the pinnacle. Anyway, listen. I hear the sounds of your night terrors approaching. Are you ready?
I like that laugh. So what the hell's going on here?
Pew! Yeah, that is just how crazy this is. So it's like, if you want to stick around and not do the tower, I'd imagine that you probably wouldn't survive very long. In that platform. He said that even the platform itself will fall eventually, and that might be the case. Maybe over time it will actually disintegrate, and like day 2 is no longer available for your timeline.
You won't escape.
Huh?
So it's his girlfriend again.
What the fuck is this?
It's Catherine.
The fists of glass.
So she will actually cause problems for me, even though I stay really far away from her. That's not going to make a difference. She can throw stuff. She will cause problems. She will shake the tower. She will shake blocks up and down. And not to mention that she is a lot faster than the tower just automatically disintegrating. You can actually see her on the tower. So the things that she just hit with, they're actually like really heavy now, so that means they're going to be slow to move.
Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it. Found you! I'll take this.
Screw it. Actually, I could probably fall down.
A little more. This.
Oh crap. Makes blocks normal. Okay.
Alright, I got it.
She's about to do it again, I think. Yep, there she goes.
I got it. Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it.
So this is actually when I wake up. So everyone's monster is different. This is Vincent's monster. The controller is just vibrating like crazy.
Is it gone? I'm safe, right? Yeah!
It's like your worst fear. In this case, it was commitment to his girlfriend. But that monster will change depending on what's the biggest problems or issues in his life. And that's the same with everyone who is climbing the tower.
Your escape from the prison of despair was perfection indeed.
Saving. Well, clearly this is the end of the episode because it is going for far longer than I thought, because this is a very slow-moving game. So, you know, like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Go ahead and write something in the comments. I'm just going to let this cutscene play, and then that will be the end of it. Day 2, Vincent's room. This will sort of be a game changer, by the way, as to what we're actually about to see.
Marriage is just a tradition, right? Seriously, who wants to be tied down? As long as two people are together, it's okay, right? It's supposed to be free, don't you think?
Kind of surprising.
Hmm?
You know how it is with most girls. As soon as they're adults, all they can think about is tying the knot, right? But there are girls like you out there. Never knew.
Oh, it's not that strange, is it? Men aren't the only ones who fear being chained down.
So that Catherine there, that's her name too, Catherine, another spoiler. She is part of everything. She's supernatural, by the way. I'm not going to tell you, but that's essentially what she is. She is part of the tower. She's purposely part of what is going on.
Sorry. Well, I have to work tomorrow, so...
How about I have a girlfriend?
I had fun tonight. Oh.
You must like what you see.
I'm not staring.
You're a bad liar. You taste like smoke, but I don't mind.
Huh, you don't say.
Oh, fuck.
Holy shit.
Come on, camera, just turn down, look down, just a few millimeters. Come on, man. No, that will never happen. There's no nudity in this game.
You know, hooking up after we just met. Jeez, what the hell am I saying?
Is this gonna be a problem?
Yes, I have a girlfriend.
Okay, I cheated on Catherine.
Oh, right, there are things in the game that will change it.
A move. She forced herself on me. Oh, fuck, man. I drank way too much.
There are actions that just...
Would you mind not staring at me like that? It's kind of creepy.
Sorry.
Listen, I don't want you to get the wrong idea, okay? I don't just sleep around. I came here because I like you.
No. No.
Okay, well, we'll work on that then.
How do you feel about me?
Huh? Oh. Wow, I can't quite explain it. I feel odd. You see, this is my first time. Oh, wow. I can't believe it. And I am really screwing this up right now.
So then, it was love at first sight?
Huh? What? I'm sorry. I'm really...
You said you have to work, right?
Work? Guess?
Sorry, I gotta go now. I have a dentist appointment now.
Dentist?
That's actually true.
Just get angry if you're late, too. Well, I wanted to stay with you a little longer. I guess they'll have to wait until next time. Okay, see you soon.
Hey, wait! I'm actually dating someone. This is a mistake. A mistake. It's gotta be a mistake.
Yeah. So it should take us to the... He'll probably have to go to work, and then after work, yeah, he's hanging with his mate.
You know what? It just hit me.
This is why it's a long game. It just
You know how they
keeps
say every guy has 3
going.
streaks with the ladies in his life? This is your 3rd.
Hot streaks? Well, when the hell were the other 2?
When we were kids, you're the most popular with the girls.
I don't remember that.
The second time you were in the zone was when you started dating Catherine. Although, that's over if she finds out about this.
Crap, man. She's probably gonna kill me.
That's what you're all scared about.
So there are alternate endings, like...
Find out you're safe, right?
If you don't want to be with Catherine, your original Catherine, he will sort of take your place.
Why not switch it up? That way you won't hear any more.
He will start dating Catherine.
All that stuff about soulmates and eternal love is bullshit. Married life sucks, man.
That's how the story will continue.
I'm not like you. I don't want to sleep around. I just want life to stay the same. What am I gonna do? I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
If you're gonna whine, you shouldn't have done it, dumbass.
Well, no shit. I wish I could just live all carefree like you.
Don't you realize there's nothing you can do, you schmuck? No matter how good you are to a woman, you never know if she'll stab you in the back. Well, if you're gonna ditch the new girl, hook me up. She's cute, right? You got a picture of her?
Nice. No, I don't have her pick. She's not your type anyway.
Come on, how do you know that?
Because she's my type. Oh. I'm so fucked.
Hey, have you heard the rumor about the dream where you're falling?
Who cares?
Come on, if you fall and die in the dream, you'll die in real life. My friend's boyfriend almost died. Isn't that scary?
Huh? How do you know? Were you able to see his dream?
Hey, you alright, man? You don't look so hot.
I guess I didn't really get much sleep last night.
Obviously. Anyway, you're way too freaked out over a one-night stand. Hey, you paying attention? Listen, man.
I never saw the girl.
Oh, really?
And it just keeps going.
If this girl was cute, you'd definitely remember.
You know, I gotta say, because of you jerks, I never get a chance to date anyone.
If I was a ladies' man, I wouldn't be here every night with you guys. Anyway, you dig the older chicks, don't you?
Yeah, I want a woman who's, you know, mature, stern, has a nice pair of heels.
Whoa, man. You're like that creepy guy in horror movies who tries too hard to be noticed.
Shut up! I'm not like that! What's wrong with, you know, having some adult fun with someone older than I am?
So, did I hear someone call for me?
Oh, hey, Erica!
I've got a nice pair of stiletto heels I know how to use.
Whoa, Erica.
Okay, enough of that. So have you guys heard about the woman's wrath? They say it targets cheating men and kills them. Or not.
Which is it?
Wait, what? What exactly is
He's freaking out. He is so freaking out.
Don't worry about it. You only care about your girl, Vincent.
Oh, what are you talking about? This guy totally needs to know.
Cheating is pathetic.
I agree with Toby. Pathetic.
Who are you calling pathetic? Shut up and eat your peanuts.
Huh?
What? You're cheating. Weren't you talking about marriage?
Why don't you say it louder? Seriously, stop yelling about cheating and shit. I think someone on Mars didn't quite hear you.
Oh, that's low, Vincent. Lowest of the low.
Don't call me that. Now you know. Just leave me alone.
Well, come on, tell me about this girl.
Oh, God.
Apparently, she's Destiny level cute.
Cut that shit out.
Are you kidding? Finding your soulmate is awesome. I'm totally jealous.
You jackasses better not mention this to anyone outside the bar. I am serious.
It's spreading like a plague, man.
Say, have you heard? It seems that Boss was a bit of a player back in the day and broke more than his share of hearts. You see how he's wearing those tacky sunglasses indoors? They say he's using those to hide his face.
Yeah, right.
Coming right up.
You're in trouble, right? Maybe you should invest in some shades.
Ha ha ha. Shut up. I'm done fooling around.
And the time goes on.
Press the circle button to get up from your seat and walk around the bar.
Okay, so now I finally, after all those cutscenes and just watching these guys not really being able to do anything, we are now finally free to get up and play the game. So I'm going to get up now. So I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing more people. There's going to be people who come into the bar. These two people are the guys actually giving out advice. The two sheep. This guy here will show up eventually. This is the actual arcade machine that the whole game is based around. I'm just looking for the save thing. The save point is around here somewhere. It's kind of stupid how he walks.
Just changed jobs. I don't have any cash. I can't marry her like this.
Well, anyway, this is the end of the episode. Like, subscribe, and share. If you haven't already, go ahead and leave a comment. Even check out my Facebook page as well. Oh, it's really good to sort of replay this game again. I promise you that it's going to get a lot more interesting. The start of the game drags on a bit, but it will become more interesting, and I can't wait to play the new version of this game. Alright, catch you later, YouTube.